Hey, hey, hey! I bet you thought I forgot. Kevin Duxbury was saying blog KDB. I'm here to provoke thought, move humanity forward. It is the 5th edition of Let's Do It to It, where we go over current events. Here we go. I got a copy now. I had to get it official. Hamas accepts Gaza ceasefire proposal, courtesy of Qatar and Egypt. Trump fined $1,000 for a gag order violation. Oklahoma has a high risk of storms. Those 3 bodies that found were ID'd were of the missing and Australian American surfers from Mexico. They were, unfortunately, that was them, and they were killed for truck tires. Russia threatens on UK strike, and I will hold battlefield nuclear weapons drill in the response to the possibility of UK weapons being used in Crimea and Ukraine. And I don't know if you guys know this, we did send our last amount of money to Ukraine was $75 billion. I watched. You guys are like, oh wow, that's really exciting. He's that intellectual, or he's that fucking boring, one of the two. Or he wants to be that well informed. I watched on YouTube all about Henry Kissinger. And it was very enlightening and interesting on foreign policy, domestic policy, this, that, and the other thing. And his first job out of college was the advisor to the President of the United States. I never knew that. And he got a PhD, and what he based his thesis on was world history. What is the history of the world? And I guess they said that was the biggest PhD ever or something. Or the biggest, longest, whatever. Anyhow, be that as it may, just listening to all the stuff that happens each and every time someone gets in office, how it all stays together amazes me. Absolutely amazes me. After you watch that, it'll amaze you too. I think everybody before they get there, and they want this and want that, they get there and are like, it's like you're playing Monopoly and you already have whatever money you have, you already have whatever properties you have, and you can orchestrate it to a point, but if you upset one part of the board, you upset the other part of the board. If you move this piece to this part of the board, this piece doesn't have this part of the board. It was very eye-opening in how much it takes to keep this whole world from blowing the fuck up. Excuse my language. And when I say eye-opening, it was eye-opening in many ways. Eye-opening about Vietnam, eye-opening about Pol Pot, eye-opening about Cambodia, eye-opening about Nixon, about Watergate, and it was like an hour and a half. And it was him talking, him revisiting all the points of his life that made up of what he created, of his acumen. Wow. My sister had a chance to listen to him, and she did, but she couldn't understand anything he said. It was kind of a little hard to understand, but he's got a heavy dialect, and they talk about when he was Jewish and how much that hurt his dad. He was a philosopher or teacher or something like that, and how much that impacted him on his studies, and how how he related to people as well, because lost a lot of people in the Holocaust, unfortunately. He is, like him or not, it's an oppressive whatever he did. But I also watched Dullus's, is it Dullus? Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, I also watched McNamara's bibliography too, their biography too, and the rise to power and everything like that. And I've seen God, what's his name? The only Rumsfeldt. I've watched that biography as well, or listened to it. And I am not a history person. I am not someone that like have always loved history. But yeah, I've also listened to the Third Reich, Rise of the Third Reich. I listened to Rise. I listened to when the Germans were fighting the Russians. I listened to that about a lot of their dialogue and back end, and it gives you a bigger perspective when these people they're grunts, or they're infantry, or they're working the tanks, or they're officers, lieutenants, colonels, and they discuss war. And you know what's funny? Like Kissinger said that everybody thinks that we want this or we want that. He's like, we want to keep, and like I said, I don't know your opinion of him. I just thought it was a very interesting biography. He's like, we want to maintain peace more often and not at the rise of communism. You know, they asked him about Pol Pot. You know, they asked him, CIA did this, CIA did that. And he said, no, we just gave some monies and whatever. And you could take that as a whatever you want to take it. Countries of our scale, countries of all scales this big, they have to do bad stuff. They have to do bad stuff to maintain what we have. They have to do bad stuff to stop the expansion of other bad stuff from different ideologies. And unfortunately, when war is fought, it's brutal. The people in the suits are not the people on the lines that are young, that are mostly looking for a way to get into school, college, go through college, that sign up because there's no other kind of opportunities at sometimes. But don't get me wrong, they are there because they want to learn to be leaders and to prosper and to mature and to get disciplined and to learn and to grow. But war, you just shoot, other people are shooting other people. And when you step back and you think, we have this amazing, incredible technology we've always had. It's called your brain, right? Amazing stuff. Develop can do this, develop can do that, can do this, can do that. I think right now they're trying to genome sync it or whatever, with the Google company, or Alphabet or something like that. They're trying to gene sequence it. But how we settle things, I'm not going to bring up nuclear war because that's a whole other topic. How we settle things, our disagreements in humanity are lodging projectiles at each other. How the fuck isn't that any different from a stone? Or rock? Or whatever? How can we so much have developed, have transformed, AI, all this bullshit, but we're still killing each other like heathens? Thousands of years. Imagine the amount. All right, 75 billion. We sent them 75 billion. All right. What could 75 billion do to our roads? What could 75 billion do to our education? What could 75 billion do for our mental health services? What could 75 billion do for people to help them find a job? What could 75 billion do to progress and move humanity forward instead of fucking killing other things? Sorry. Eisenhower, you warned us. Military industrial complex. We didn't do anything about it. Fuck it. Whatever. 3/4 of the PhDs go to the military. I'm not a peace. I'm not a peacenik either. I believe we have to defend ourselves when we have to defend ourselves, and we better have the most we can to do what we have to do, and do it completely. But it's not like that. It's not like that. You got rules of engagement. You got lawyers. You got this. You got that. Israel calls up the buildings before they bomb them. I don't know if everybody knew that. Israel gives a forewarning before they bomb them. I don't know if anyone knew that. Israel tells them what we're going to do. I don't know if you know that. Like I said, just to keep it all together, everybody be fucking amazed. That's the word you gotta use. Fucking amazement. Of how many times, and now, of course with nukes, how close we've got to the precipice of it all being done. Because two people in a suit don't agree with each other. Two people that are lifetime electorates, whatever, to whatever parties they're from, don't get along with each other. So guess what? Fucking blow up the world. And unfortunately, we are more close to that zero with extremists, with radicals, with politically, what do you call it? State-backed terrorist activity. I don't want to be alarmist or anything else, but that Kissinger, if you have time, watch it. Just listen to him. It shows, like I said, what kind of tap dance, what kind of walk, what kind of trapeze act, whatever you want to call it, is played just to keep everything together. Oh, sorry. Forgot it. Hey, Marge! What's the news? Well, so Hamas accept Gaza ceasefire proposal courtesy of Qatar and Egypt. Trump was fined $1,000 for a gag order violation. Oklahoma has a high risk of storms. The 3 bodies found from that were ID'd, they were missing Australian and American surfers, and I guess they were killed for their truck tires. Ugh. Russia threatens on UK strike and now hold battlefield nuclear weapons drill because UK said we might be sending our weapons there and troops there after they spoke to Ukraine and Crimea. And I don't know if you know this, but the last amount of money we sent to the Ukraine was $75 billion. Hey Marge, can you see how much we're in total on that Ukraine thing? Yes, I will. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm going to look this up real quick. Oh, okay, I'm not. I'll have you the number another time. Wait, you know what? It was working now. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just do it this way. God, we'll wait for it to come up. Okay, here we go. Okay. Right. We're doing that. Okay. How much have we spent on Ukraine? How much money has been spent in Ukraine from the United States? I'm gonna find out for you guys. It's more than 75 billion.
In February 2024, the United States has directed about $75 billion in assistance to Ukraine. This aid includes humanitarian, financial, and military support. The aid has been used for a variety of purposes, such as support.
All right. They say 75 billion right now. I thought we sent out more. They have a saying. They say, sooner or later, the big boys, like on the block, or however you want to call it, it's an analogy, boys, girls, whatever. I don't care whatever you identify yourself as.
As of February 2024, but recent developments indicate that the total U.S.
Oh, wait. Nope. Oh, well. All right. Anyhow, the two biggest whatevers are going to meet. Right now, it's a proxy war with Russia. It's a proxy war with Russia. You can look at it anyway. It's a proxy war with Russia. Where's this going? It was such a headline a while back, and now it's, we're going to need another 75 billion to them. How quick our concerns, our priorities, our direction of what is moral, not moral, what's going on, not going on. Whoop. That's it. That's all I got. My name's Kevin Berg. This is Let's Do It to It 5th edition. And with that, let's pray out. Pray for you, pray for me, pray for world peace, pray for those coming and going. Pray for anybody served has served funding with PTSD. Pray for everybody in the hospital, outside the hospital, wanting a better day. Pray for everybody in the medical field, everybody, first responder, anybody in a uniform, as well as those coming and going on trains, planes, automobiles. Please watch out for motorcycles. Thank you. And I'm here to provoke thought and move humanity just a little bit. Kevin out.